As the sole heir to a top-tier wealthy family, I spent my days sleeping in bridge tunnels when tired and fighting stray dogs for food when hungry. Then, on my 20th birthday, my wealthy parents discovered I was their long-lost biological son and came to take me home, but I refused without hesitation, all because I had bound myself to a super consumption cashback system. As long as I spent money, I made money. As for the identity of the Gu family's heir that their precious son cared so much about, I couldn't have cared less. So when my newly discovered sister, Gu Qinghan, came to claim me, I didn't show the ecstatic expression she expected. Instead, I calmly agreed to get a paternity test. Outside the testing room, my biological father was already waiting. When he saw me, a flash of shock crossed his eyes, because I looked so much like him. I'm Gu Jingguang, your father. Hello. Those two words shut down everything else he was about to say. Let's use hair for the DNA test. I don't want to get my blood drawn. Gu Zhenguang didn't mind. Whatever you prefer is fine. The doctor worked swiftly. The hair was plucked and the samples placed in no time. The results will be ready in half an hour at the earliest. Please wait. All right, I'd been cooperative enough for this paternity test. If there's nothing else, I'll be going now. All I wanted was to go home, crash on my bed, and sleep like the dead. Gu Zhangguang watched my retreating figure, wanting to say something, but Gu Qinghan stopped him. Dad, Xiaobei is still distant with us. Just think of it as him being a little temperamental. Let's wait until the test results come out. In Gu Qinghan's view, once the paternity test confirmed I was a Gu, I'd come back eventually. After all, the Gu family could offer me resources I could never earn in a lifetime. Don't tell your mother or your brother about this yet. We'll wait for the results. Gu Zhenguang instructed. His wife had always doted on Gu Baishan as if he were a priceless treasure. If she found out Gu Baishan wasn't their biological child, who knew how she'd react? And then there was Gu Baikan himself. They'd raised him for 21 years. The bond was deep, not something to be cut off lightly. He just hoped that once Xiaobei returned to the family, the two brothers could coexist peacefully. Gu Zhenguang's hopes were high. He just hadn't considered whether I was willing to return to the Gu family, or whether Gu Baikan was willing to coexist peacefully with me. Meanwhile, after leaving the hospital, I took a taxi straight back to my rental. I called the landlady, an elderly woman, and told her I wouldn't be renewing the company starting next month. Since I had work the next day, I washed up early and went to sleep. No dreams. At 6 in the morning, I was woken by the system issuing a mission. Host must spend 4 million yuan by midnight tonight. Mission reward pending unlock. After accepting the mission, I'd barely arrived at the company when the department manager appeared at the door. Lin Bei, come to my office. I had no idea why, but I couldn't exactly refuse. When I reached the office, I knocked. Come in. I opened the door and saw Gu Qinghan sitting on the sofa. The manager was nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she'd used the manager to summon me. She tossed a file folder at me. I knew it contained the paternity test results. I picked up the folder, opened it. Soon saw probability of parent-child relationship 99.9%. I've seen the results, but like I said before, I don't want to return to the Gu family. Your appearance in my life isn't something I'm happy about. Gu Qinghan didn't know how to articulate what she was feeling. Of course, she wanted me to come back to the family, for all of us to be together, but I clearly felt otherwise. I didn't even want to acknowledge that. You are my brother. That's an indisputable fact. The Gu family's bloodline cannot be left wandering outside. I'll assume you're still adjusting to your new identity. 1 week from now, I hope you'll have sorted out your mindset and come back with me. Obediently. Though Gu Qinghan felt sorry for the hardships I'd endured over the years, she was also the heir to the Gu group. She was used to being at the top, facing someone who defied her. Once was novel, twice was annoying. She didn't give me a chance to refuse. She simply stood up and left the manager's office. I didn't care about anything she said. I turned and headed straight to the Jinsheng Mall, across from the company. With money in my pocket, my stride was much more confident. I'd already bought clothes and a watch from Ralph Lauren and Rolex yesterday. Today, I decided to start shopping from the third store. Just as I finished my spree, my phone rang. I glanced down an unfamiliar number. I instinctively declined. At that moment, the system notified me that my spending mission was complete. Mission reward triggered. Triple cashback of 12 million yuan has been deposited into the host's savings account. Ownership documents for Dingxi Tower have been placed in the system inventory. Please check. Dingxi Tower. Wasn't that my company building? I couldn't wait to see the documents. I quickly hailed a taxi and told the driver to take me to Xinyu Huafu. As soon as I got in the car, my phone rang again, the same number I just declined. After hesitating for a moment, I answered. Hello, it's me, Gu Qinghan. Hearing her voice, I instinctively frowned. What do you want? Baishan woke up. Somehow he found out he's not the real Gu heir. He's a complete mess. Do you have time to come to Kangde Hospital? No. I refused without hesitation. I wasn't raised by the Gu family. Why was it my responsibility that Gu Baikan was upset? I hung up and immediately blocked her number. At Kangde Hospital, outside Gu Baikan's room, Gu Qinghan listened to the automated message on her phone and quickly realized she'd been blocked.